What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I just have to share this with y'all. This was a revelation moment for me today. I was listening to a sermon this morning. I'll link it down in the description. It was a sermon that Charles Metcalf was sharing. He's in Transformation Church. If you don't know anything about it, again, just click the link below and listen to the whole sermon. Trust me, it really does help. But in the sermon, he's talking about prayer. And what does prayer really look like? Now, I've always been really big on prayer, on giving God all my problems, and prayer is a main aspect of being a Christian. Is being able to just talk to God and spend time with Him and be in His presence. But I guess the thing about what Charles said when he was preaching about it that struck me this morning was it was a verse that he mentioned that popped out, that stood out to me differently. I'm going to just read it before I explain it. So in Revelation chapter 3, verse 20, it says, "Look, I stand at the door and knock. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come in and we will share a meal together as friends." Now this is red text. This is Jesus saying this in Revelation. And so this is God talking. And that struck me differently because the illustration was like, instead of trying to just give our problems to God, he had like a door and God was on the other side of the door and he had all this luggage with him that each piece of luggage, each bag, each suitcase, whatever, it had something different written on it. Like it would be stress, lust, money, whatever. But these things that we always bring to God and we try to just give to God to handle, for Him to take care of it. These are all things that, it's common practice to be like, okay, here you go, God, here's some of my problems. And then he said what some people do is they give God one problem at a time, just one thing at a time, and they don't open God up to everything about their issues. They don't let God into every area of their lives. And then some people, they just try to hide from God altogether. And so he illustrated it as what God really wants is for us in the midst of our problems, in the midst of our weakness, in the midst of our imperfections, whatever it might be, but in the midst of who we really are at the core, like who we are behind closed doors, who we are that nobody else sees, let God into all of it at once. Because the illustration was Charles ended up bringing both of his kids on stage, and his kids were really young, and he moved all the luggage out of the way because all he cared about was talking to his kid. That was it. And that was the illustration of what prayer really is supposed to be like with God. I have all these problems, but right now, God wants to really connect with me, not just my problems. He's not some genie that can just, 3 wishes and I'm good. And He's also not just like some shrink that I have to pay money to in order to vent and get it out. God it says it in there, He's our friend if we let Him in. I don't know why, but that changed how I looked at prayer. And then today, after I listened to it and cried about it for a little bit, I went to pray, and it was so much stronger. So yeah, in a nutshell, pray to God like He's your friend. Try to seek to be more intimate in your prayer life today with God. So yeah, so that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're not already, and share this video with somebody that you think might need it. I hope this was encouraging for you. I hope this was a blessing to you, and I love you. Peace.